Hey everyone. So this video is going to be a little bit more talky than usual, and I was trying to think of ways to make it more interesting, and then I remembered that YouTube comedian Wheezy Waiter has started this trend of switching the camera angle. So I'm gonna do that.
This is
Next book on the favorites list is Paper Towns 2. That's not all.
Say hi.
Hi. Today's video comes to you in 3 parts. Part 1. Songs. So as you might remember, I made a New Year's resolution to write and post a song every month. And some of you may have been wondering, where's the song for February? Unless, of course, you're completely uninterested in my songwriting escapades, in which case, sorry to waste your time. But not really. The song for February has been posted, but not on BandGeek8408. The video was instead posted on my collab channel, Shiny Happy Vloggy People. If you haven't seen it yet, click on the laptop behind me and go watch it. And while you're at it, subscribe to Shiny Happy Vloggy People. If you have seen it and thought it was hilarious, thank you. Click on the printer behind me to watch the video again. Both those annotations link to the same video. Weird. If you have seen it and hated it, then I'm sorry. Click on my face for another video that you might find amusing. I tried to challenge myself a little bit with the February song. I wanted to write a song that was completely a cappella. That is, without accompaniment. Well, I'm going to challenge myself for my March song, too. See, what I have found is that I'm pretty good at writing humorous lyrics. I think that's because when you're writing a bunch of rhyming words, sometimes the lyrics are going to sound ridiculous. But with a humorous song, that's alright. If you look at the playlist that I've created of all of the songs that I've posted on YouTube, you will find that with one exception, they're all humorous songs. And that one exception doesn't actually have any lyrics. So therefore, for March, I'm going to attempt to write a serious song. We'll see how that goes. Also, you remember that song that I wrote a while back about pirates and ninjas and how I asked YouTubers to be a part of the video to make it more interesting because the song was running about 10 minutes long? Yeah. And then nothing ever came of it? Well, that's because I decided that that song really needed guitar. And so I'm waiting until I can learn the chords on the guitar, which I have almost done, by the way. If you've already expressed an interest, then I have your username written down. However, if you're one of my newer subscribers and would like to be a part of a music video for a song about pirates and ninjas, please leave me a comment saying so, and I will add your name to the list. You will hopefully be receiving a private message from me about the details of said song in the not-too-distant future. I think that about does it for songs. Part 2. Deep Questions. Okay, at this point I'm going to stop doing the different camera angles, mostly because I'm running out of ideas for camera angles, but also because this is going to be really hard to edit as it is. So 2 days ago I reviewed the book Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. And I got a really great question from Random Acts of COD on that video. And it was such a good question that I decided I wanted to open it up to all of my viewers. So here we go. At the end of Fahrenheit 451, Montag encounters a group of people who are living outside of the society. And because of the book-burning nature of the society, they have taken it upon themselves to memorize books or portions of books. This is an extension of an idea that Ray Bradbury explores in that extra scene between Montag and Chief Beatty, where we see a whole bunch of books that have never been read and are therefore just as useless as the books that have been turned to ashes. With these people, there are no books, but the stories and the ideas still live on through these people because they have memorized the books. And these people hope to one day be able to write down these books again after the dystopian society has basically destroyed itself. And so Random Acts of COD's question then is, if you were one of these book people, what book would you memorize and represent? You can look at this question a lot of different ways. You can look at it as what is a book that has a lot of meaning to you and therefore you would want to memorize. You can look at it as what book best defines you. Or you can just take the pragmatic approach and answer with a book that you have read a whole bunch of times and would therefore not have a lot of problem memorizing. The book people talk about having developed their memory in such a way that they no longer have any trouble memorizing long things, and so we'll eliminate that last option. And so a book that I think has a lot of meaning and a book that really kind of defines me as a person, I'm going to go with There's a Boy in the Girl's Bathroom by Louis Sachar. Because it really speaks to the value of having good, caring education, which is incidentally, another thing that's going to be very important in the new society after the end of Fahrenheit 451. So now I'm opening up the question to you, what book do you feel that you would represent? Part 3, Lent. I am filming this in the last couple of hours of Fat Tuesday. By the time I edit and upload it and you watch it, it will be Ash Wednesday, the first day of Lent. The tradition of the Lenten season is to sacrifice something, to give something up. Last year I began what I hope to be an annual tradition where I sacrifice a little bit of money each of the 40 days of Lent. Specifically, I sacrifice a minimum of $10 to a different charity each day, not counting Sundays. Most of these charities are from videos that I favorited during the Project for Awesome in December. Last year I made a video each day of Lent telling you what charity I was donating to. I am not going to do that this year. However, I will post a blog each day on my neglected blogger account, which will be linked in the sidebar. And that is all that I have to say to you this evening, and so... bye!